Good morning, Optimus. Today is Friday, September 13th. Friday 13th, 2024. I've not really taken a look at anything on the market today, so we'll be learning together, going at it together. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen, and let's go ahead and take a look at the market news of the day. Apologies that I've been out all week. I'm dealing with some extreme exhaustion earlier this week. So today we had export and import prices. 7 o'clock. We've got the Michigan inflation expectations. So that's coming up here in just about 8 minutes. As far as market movement goes, it's been pretty solid towards the upside since market opened. There's this little drop of the open or so. It's right 4, and then bounce off that and rip off the open. I was trying to. It takes a little while to set up these streams, so when I was setting up, it was back here. I was trying to actually get set up with enough time to be able to grab this rip that looked like it was on the way in. Volume seems a little light, 3210, 3208 on average, but the last couple candles been pretty light. We're up here towards the highs. We're at 5623. Come up quite a bit over the last couple of days. I've done a little bit of trading in the afternoon session just to try and keep up with my account. But I didn't really see much going on yesterday in the afternoon session. Looks like we're getting some pullback now. I was gonna start my day with water or tea, usually water. So that looks like a decent short spot right there. But I don't want to go short, to be clear. Just that from where this top was. So pulled back and bounced pretty immediately off that pullback. Pull back to 20, bounce back up to 22. High up here at 23.5. So I'm guessing the inflation report's going to be good. Prior was 3%. That comes up in just 5 minutes. What's up, Tiny? Yeah, it's been a long week for me. So I was working on my car Tuesday night. By the way, it's running fine, just so you guys know. But I was doing the maintenance. So I did the brake bleed, just did an oil change on it, rotated the tires, and I was trying to do brakes and rotors, but the new brakes, I need to grind them down, do a little bit of angle grinding to make them fit just right in there so that they glide. And then I was removing the rotors, and one of the bolts that pulls the rotor off, because I have a car that is one of the more modern ones that has the 2 bolts that hold the rotor in. I don't know what's wrong with just having the lug nuts hold the rotor on, but whatever. So I was pulling one of those out, and one of those stripped. So I just stopped because I was like, well, I don't want to strip this thing out any more than this. So I still got to do my brakes and rotors, but I got everything else done. For those of you who don't know, I like working on my own cars. I definitely wouldn't go so far as call myself a gearhead. I'm not an expert, but I like working on my own cars. I used to like hitting up the track and stuff like that. back in the day. This is a nice bounce here. There's a silent switch on that, but right now I'm not kind of trusting it. I'm basically just waiting for 7 o'clock. We had this pull back to 1875 and a bounce back up to 22. And this looks like when 7 o'clock hits, it looks like it's gonna be a pop up. It's a weird song. I don't know about this one. Or that one. I honestly wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more sell-off. Would be ideal. Frankly, if I could see a sell-off down to like 15, maybe even all the way down to VWAP, would be kind of nice. We're not really that overextended. We're only up by 18 on the day. So, top of the Bollinger Band, we've got room to like 25, and room again up to about 29. So, like 25 to 30. But some sell off would actually be kind of nice, especially if it was before 7 o'clock. We can get some sell off in the next 2 minutes, preferably down to about 1650 on the 50 moving average, and then bounce off there. That would look really good. Right now it's just sideways and kind of slow. I've not done much trading in this account since I picked it up. The account's sitting up 792, the 92% win rate. At the moment. Popping it up a little bit before 7. Just very sideways. I honestly, like I said, I'd rather see more sell off than push up. And I'd really like to see a sell off, even if back down to like 19 would be cool. But ideally, like 1650, like, and bounce off of the 200 moving average, the same as the 50 moving average. About 15 seconds. I'm leaning towards a pop up.
The markets are closed.
What the hell? It's just
The markets are open.
Oh, weird. Market closed for like a second, and then I said the market's open. There's that crazy rip up. Oh, that was huge. All the way up 27. Sold off immediately. Selling off massively. Whoa. Crazy. That's a lot of volatility right there. I ain't touching that. It has no pattern. I'm gonna wait till this kind of clears up a little bit. It looks like we're in the upward direction now, though. Alright, joining the bid here.
Order filled.
Ah, immediately went against us. Our intended exit is up here at 2150. Kind of took that fill a little high. $20 acting as kind of strong support. Yeah, I'm gonna. A lot of volatility, man. Brief moment, hit 21 there.
Order filled.
Whew, that was a scary trade. Whew. Can take a breath off that. I don't even know if I want to trade again. That was already scary just in and of itself. There's too much volatility, man. Like, price action's all over the place. Taking a look at the 10-second chart, I'm seeing the 50 and the 200 kind of converge together. That's not really what I want to see for continued bullish movement. I actually wouldn't mind seeing a sell-off here for a bit. It looks like we've got one potentially inbound. It looks like a red on TTM almost. In fact, it is. It's negative 0.5 for the 1 minute chart. 9 and 12 and 26 are kind of on approach for a downward cross. So we may get a sell-off, potentially down to the VWAP, potentially even below, but as it stands right now, I'm gonna sit. I'm not gonna take any trades at the moment. This is kind of looking more like a pullback towards VWAP. Could just rip straight up though. I mean, look at the range of that wick. It's all the way from the high up here at 27 all the way down at 09. So I mean, that's an account killer right there. So let's take a look at those Michigan numbers. So we get the 5-year expectation at 3.1, consumer expectation at 73, up from 72.1. So let's look at that. That's the inflation one, not the consumer one. So the index of consumer expectations focuses on 3 areas: how consumers view prospects of their own financial situation, how they view prospects for the general economy over the near term, and their view of prospects for the economy over the long term. Each monthly survey contains approximately 50 core questions, each of which tasks a different aspect of consumer attitudes and expectations. The samples for the surveys of consumers are statistically designed to be representative of all American households. Yeah, right. Excluding those in Alaska and Hawaii. Each month, a minimum of 500 interviews are conducted by telephone. Who's got time to take 50 questions via telephone? I'm just curious. Just curious. So the outlook is a little bit better, basically. One minute red on TTM. So this is kind of pushing up, but be mindful that this is the 9, 12, 26 cross on the downside. TTM switching to yellow though, so that red to yellow could cause us to move right straight back up. We'll see, but a lot of price volatility from this. One second. I'm not seeing a trade I really like at this time. Although that was a great push up. So we may actually, it kind of looks like we're setting up for a cyan switch on the 1 minute side. You can see it actually did just switch cyan on one. There's the high again at 27. It's on the 5 minute. I didn't mean to switch to the 5 minute. Why is this weird? I got these swapped around. So the 1 minute's in on TTM at 0.1. That 9, 12, 26 crossover on the downside didn't hold, didn't push downward. Kind of sitting off 22 at the moment. 0.3 on a red dot. And the 15-minute crossover that I was talking about a couple days ago ended up playing out quite nicely. When I was talking about last Monday. It's bounced from 18 to 23. Kind of range trading right now, which you guys know I don't love. I'm thinking the 1 minute chart is the one to watch right now. And this kind of looks kind of decent. It's 1.0 on the TTM, but really having kind of a hard time on the breakout. This does look like it's going to break to the upside, but you see every time it begins to push, it hits that resistance, it pushes right back down. And since we don't have a green dot here, I don't really feel that confident on the push up. In fact, I'd honestly like to see this consolidate more and pull back again to about 18. So it'd be ideal for me actually to watch this move kind of fail this here and have this pull back right along 18 for a little bit and then consolidate along here and then push up. I think that'd be ideal. Because then you'll have a cleaner move, kind of like this, where you could see these couple red dots here for a little while. And then where it switches to that green dot, pull back a little more, and then when you get that cyan switch, you get that full wind up and the full rip. So that's kind of what I want to see. Same here, where you saw the red dots for a little while, and then pull back with the final pullback, and then you started seeing the green. And then you get that nice rip. So that's kind of what I want to see. That doesn't mean that this can't rip and switch green, but I just like it to be a little bit cleaner. Right now, 23 is sort of our line in the sand. I don't see it move my own self at the moment. Although this does look like it's going to rip up, but Who knows when that'll be? Average volume is slightly decreasing too. Average volume is pretty low anyway. It's like 2,500. There's the breakout of that little zone. Tap 25. What's oil doing today? Moving slow like always. It's bullish though, by quite a bit. Dollar. So that's the breakout I was talking about, but it just was too, like, I don't know, just not clean movement. $10 seconds left on this 1 minute candle. It's still a red dot, even though TTM's at 2.4. New red dot, TTM at 3 point. Like when we have these red dots, like that's a lot of times where we see these big sell-offs like this. I like the sign switch with the green dot, because when we get these like pullbacks, they sort of tend to hold support a little bit better before they get this nice big rip. TTM 2.5. I don't know if I'll take another trade. It just looks really choppy. Rejection, just under the high. Ideally, I actually want to see a sell-off. I want to see a sell-off and consolidation. Like ideally, that's what I want to see. Like in a perfect trade world. Yeah, because actually, like, them, like, we could have this 200 moving average go below the VWAP, then this will look a lot better. Because, like, after a while, this started to diverge away from the VWAP. Now the VWAP's kind of working its way back above the 50. Or, I mean, above the 200. So, one nice sell-off and consolidation right in this zone, like right around 1750, the bottom of the Bollinger Band, I think would look really good while the VWAP works its way back up. And then maybe around like 730 or something like that, then we get a rip. That'd be ideal. Who knows if that'll happen, but I'm talking about, like, you know, what I actually want to see happen. Just given the chart movement, that is. And it's sort of weird because, like, I don't know. If you ask me to explain it, I guess I could, like, I guess I can come up with a couple of reasons why I want to see that. But after a while, you just sort of, like, see this as intuition, like what you'd want to see from the chart. What I want to see from it, and the reason why, is just because, like, it just seems almost extended, which is weird to say because we're only up like $22 on the day. But it's because we've just been hanging on to all these red dots all the way across here, and we have this sort of very choppy movement as we attempt to push towards the highs, and that likely is due to the lower volume of the day. That was a decent move. The 23 bounce up to 26. We're at 4.3 on TTM. This thing still has not switched green. That's weird. It makes me think that there may be a big sell-off inbound. Sort of at the top of the Bollinger Band there, we got this little squeeze. Now when the bands squeeze together, it's usually a decent time to buy. VWAP is nearly above 200, which does look good for Can't really stretch that out for some reason. Which does look good for a push up. That was actually a relatively clean move right there. Not just the bounce off 25, but I mean this after this drop. We had these red yellows followed by the cyan. Cyan happened on a pullback. It's surprising, right? As high as we are on TCM with these red dots this long. There's some volatility. There's a green dot finally. Maybe we can get a pullback to like 26 and bounce off that. High up there at 29.50. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right there. So just pull back to like 25 area. Let's go red yellow. Back to like 22. Still might be decent buy like right here. There's red on CTM on 10-second chart. TCM at 6.5 with the green dot on the 1 minute. Sitting around 26.50 or so. I would love to see like one more quick pullback to like 25, 26.50. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's see if we can grab a cyan switch on the upside. There's a 9, 12, 26 crossover on the down, the 10-second. Big sell off. And we finally got the green dot, but we're pushing blue. 1 minute. Little flag here.
Order filled.
Kind of wish I had taken that pullback, but I didn't have enough confidence in the move. I think I overanalyzed a little bit. I'm going to drop my exit.
Order filled.
So I only took 75 off that. I just didn't really feel like it had the power that I was looking for to push through 29.50. So I really should have taken this pullback, and this might be the rip right here, but I just wanted to make sure that I didn't lose on that trade. There it was. Yeah. So I just didn't have the power that I was looking for, like right off the bat. So it actually did come up and hit 30. That was the intention of that trade. But this really should have been my entry. It would have been off this. I didn't have enough confidence in the move. So. But that was a pretty nice move right there. Up 245 on the day. My trading doesn't feel bad today. It doesn't feel great either. It counts at 1038. I feel a little behind just because I didn't trade pretty much most of the week. You're done trading for now? All right. Yeah, breaks are fun. Yeah, this is like a lot of this week has been like, for the times that I have traded, it's sort of just been like try and grab the high, and then the break through the high, and then the continued break through the high. And you're always trading this, like trying to it's like this game of musical chairs. Like, when is this gonna reverse on me? This is the rip I was looking for with that initial trade. That one that I cut like back here. And took that little profit on. That was the rip I was looking for right there. Decent size sell off there, bouncing right off that 9 moving average, bouncing off 31.50. Sort of up here at the high again. Like, I hate trading these highs, man, but that's the market that we're in. TTM is at 6.5. Can we get a pullback to 30? There's a 1 minute hammer candle, green hammer candle. Isn't that a bearish indicator? Yeah, this red hammer candle here, this was kind of perfect actually for this rib. Called it out. $7:26 on the clock. That 200 moving average is back below the view app, so we don't really look nearly as extended as we did before. $50 moving average down here at 23. I don't really think a pullback to that would look great, but Y'all know me. I like grabbing the reversals. These kind of things here. There's that sell-off. Got an $8 sell-off there. Let's see, we got a 9, 12, 26 crossover on the downside in the 10-second moving chart. 9 is dipping below the 35, kind of running parallel right now to the 50 and dipping below 50 now. You may see a reversal to the upside yet again. We're moved back up towards 30 as we pull back right now to about 26.50. Which, as you guys said, was the area that I thought would actually look pretty decent. Be right here off this EMA 35, which is right at 25. Pulling back even more, past 23, past down the 50 moving average. We may come back and consolidate right here at about 23. I'm going to watch the 10-second chart for this. Price action looks pretty decent. 9 is still below 12. Let's see if we can get these to converge a little bit and look for a sign switch on the 10-second chart. We had this pull back all the way to 21.75, bounce back up to 25, so pretty good bounce right there. Look at this 1 minute. Bouncing all the way back up. Finding some support there off 26, 25 area. Not into it just yet. Negative 3.8 on TTM. Negative 3.7 on the TTM 10. Another pullback to like 21 area would look good. Basically the bottom of the Bollinger Band. Nine dipping below the 200 moving average. It's never a good sign for bullish movement, but we're still in bullish territory and bullish trend. So we're 0.37% up on the day on the ES. I'm going to look for that convergence. And I'm going to look for that sign switch. Negative 3.2 on TTM. Just being patient while this bearish move plays out. It's a nice reversal for anyone who's trading short. And there's red on the 1 minute side. So red on the 1 minute, that's going to give me some pause. We've got 9 crossing on this current candle. Pulling back to 17. This is a little too far of a pullback. Yeah, still in bullish territory today. Still up at least a quarter of a point that we use as the differentiator. Dipping below that, this could go bearish on the day. Oil's still trucking along. Made new highs a few minutes ago. ES negative 3.0 on the TTM 1 minute side. Hold all the way back to VWAP. The real question is, will we find support along the VWAP? Currently outside of the Bollinger Band on the downward side and getting divergence on the Bollinger Bands. I'll keep working myself a little bit more to understand the Bollinger Bands better, but right now I've just been using what I observe. I kind of like figuring things out on my own before I start learning about a subject. And one of the reasons why is sometimes I notice patterns that just that no one ever talks about. And I've seen it with a lot of different things that I've done throughout my life, not just trading. So yeah, this kind of looks like we're almost at a science switch here, but we've got this 5200 on the downside. 9 is below 12 and below 26. We did have this EMA 35 get above the 26 at one point, so that doesn't look too bad. We may get a good reversal here, and that bounce off VWAP. This is VWAP here, right along like 15, 16 area, at least on the 1 minute chart. We got about 10 seconds left in the 1 minute. There's a cyan switch. 9 is above 12, but we're both below on the 26, and the 5200 moving average is on the downside at the moment. So 1 minute TTM is at negative 4.5 with a red hammer candle kind of stacking up there. This is why I didn't just jump into that cyan switch on this. It was because we had a bunch of other things indicating some downward pressure. So we might be looking at about a 740-ish move. That's one of our awesome members in our Discord community. If y'all are not in our Discord community, join up. There's a link in the description. Alright. New 1 minute candle. TTM negative 5.6. The 1 minute chart is what's really giving me pause. But we are holding above the VWAP. We are holding the bullish trend. So we may get, a lot of buys down here that end up pushing this back up. Currently sitting at 19, 56.19 on the day. Some push up there. Waiting for some more confirmation. Physics 20. So there's that 9, 12, 26 happened right here. So now we're really just kind of waiting for the 1 minute TTM to kind of stack up a little bit. I want to see this whole VWAP. Also, this is still diverging in the downward direction, so we can kind of figure it out. See if it's still continuing downward. I mean, obviously it is. You can just see it with the movement, but currently 285 separated. So let's watch the next 3 seconds or so. $298. All right, 2377 minus me. Okay, this is the move I was looking for here. Wish I could manipulate this chart as easily as I can manipulate Tradeovate's chart. So that popped up to 2250. Need some pullback on it. 9, 12, 26 cross on the upside. Another bid here on this pullback. No fill with it. Wonder if we can get a little rejection down here about 21.75. So there we are at 23 at the moment. Do the bid here.
Order filled.
In long at 23. My exit's at 24.25.
Order filled.
All right, we got that trade. So up 424 again on the day. And this looks like we're set up nicely for an upward move. I'm going to check this 1 minute chart here. Negative 4.7 on TTM after 3 yellow consolidation candles on these green dots. So let's see, where would we want to see pullback if we're going to see any? Volume's kind of slowing down on this upward move here, so that doesn't give me a lot of confidence. But we'll see if this just consolidates. If this consolidates sideways for a little while, that would look quite nice, because then we could see this 9-12-26 crossover begin to shape up. And that science switch on the 1 minute side, that would even look obviously a lot better, but that's a few minutes out. Pushing back up to 27. Nice rip. Nine and 12 getting above that 200 moving average on the 10-second chart. Again, I want to see more like consolidation before the rip. I want to see this actually cross, get all these confirmations, and get the nice rip up. The nice clean rip up. Oh, this was a great rip, though, from 24 to 27. Pull back to like 24, 25 look great. Yeah, like 24.50, right off that 9 moving average. Look perfect. Negative 2.1 on TTM 1 minute. It's pulling all the way back up. Kudos to anyone who bought at like 16. Good job. If you're still holding, you're up $13. Good job. We're just not getting that sell-off. Like, that pullback would look ideal. Currently up here around 30. We got the high at 34.75, so we're almost back up towards the high. It's kind of crazy to get that close to the high without this science switch even happening yet. Kind of an ascending wedge there. Again, where's the pullback? 9 above 26 now. Ten-second chart. There's that crossover that we normally look for. I really want to see a pullback to like to about 26, like this EMA 35 here, with a 9 moving average on the 1 minute side. Quite cold in my office. I don't know why. 741. New 1 minute candle inbound. There's a cyan switch on this candle. Can we please get a pullback to this 9 EMA at 26.75? There's a 9-12-26 crossover. A cyan switch on the 1 minute candle. I want to see this be a 1 minute pullback for about 30-40 seconds, followed by a rip up. The pullback to 28.75. About 15 seconds left on this candle, on the 1 minute candle. 10 seconds. 5. So I think we're gonna break above 30. TTM's at 2.1. Joining the bid here. Damn it. I was late to the party.
Order filled.
So my exit is up here at 34, and the high of the day is 34.75.
Order filled.
There we go. We got that one. I was a little late to the party on that, and there's the big rip. So there's the rip on through to 36. Sitting up 603 on the day. So you look at the stats. So overall, the account is up 1396 out of 3,000. And this was that 743 breakout that I talk about. I guess this one was at 744. But this is that breakout that I've spoken about before. Win ratio at 94.44, profit factor 4.5. We only had one losing trade in this account so far. That losing trade was $400. So account's looking decent. We only traded Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week. So we didn't trade Tuesday, Thursday. Today's our biggest day so far. We've taken 4 trades. I think I'll probably call it right there. It may still be ripping. I don't know. Yeah, 36.75. This is a freshly rip, so if you're going to continue to trade, this might be a good time. Start grabbing up pullbacks and buys off the 9 EMA. So, not financial advice, not a recommendation, nothing like that. But if I was to trade this, that's what I'd be looking for. I'd be looking for pullbacks to the 9 and then bounces above that. I'm going to take my profit though and stick with my 606 or 603, whatever. I'll have this be my profit on the day. So, having said all that, thank you guys so much for being here. But I do want to mention before I jump off, I do want to mention Elite Trader Funding is still offering pretty massive discounts right now. So check out their evaluations. There's a link in the description. They're currently running $50K for $50. So these are all 70% off right now, and the fast tracks are 50% off. And so this is only happening for a few more days. I don't know when this ends, but if you use the link in my description, I'll take you to this homepage here. And yes, this is lasting for 3 more days. So going through the weekend. So this is basically going for 3 more days. You can use the link in my description. That would help support the channel. pick yourself up in evaluation. Got it. So, all right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. Much love and appreciation. I always appreciate the support. We're almost to 500 subscribers. I really love it if you guys push this out to your friends. If you have friends who are into trading and whatnot, by all means, recommend this channel if you wouldn't mind. Uh, we're working to get better on this all the time, and we would love to have some more of your friends and a better community here. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I will be back on Monday. I won't be exhausted like I was all week this week. Um, and I will be here Monday. So, all right. Peace out, y'all.